To solve a question like this on the GMAT, we need to have some basic understanding of what happens when you divide two numbers and when there is a remainder. So let's take a look at just a smaller sample example that we can work with. So for example, if we had 5 divided by 2, there are 3 possible answers here. We can have the result could be 2 whole remainder 1 over 2. That could also be done as 2 remainder 1, could also be another solution. Another solution here could be 2.5. Now if we look at all 3 solutions here, they're all accurate statements about 5 divided by 2. But I want to make a point here off of how we are getting especially this decimal here. Many students nowadays, if you type this in a calculator, will be getting 2.5, and I want to suggest or kind of establish that the 0.5 is derived by taking we're getting the decimal by pretty much taking the remainder, whatever the remainder value is, and dividing it by the divisor. And the divisor is just a number at the bottom that you divided with. So if we go with that detail, we would say the 0.5 is obtained by taking the remainder of the example here, which is 1, divided by the divisor. And everyone agrees that 0.5 is 1/2. So based on this idea, let's go ahead and try to solve our question. Our question already establishes, they gave us that x over y. When we divide an x over y, we are getting 96.12. The 0.12 is what we want to really focus on, though. If we take the 0.12, we should be able to establish that since they told us there is a remainder of 9, again, that was given to us, that's not something we had to come up with. If the remainder is 9, we can say that 0.12 is simply 9 over y, which is the divisor of our question. Just the same way we did here, we took the decimal is equal to the remainder over the divisor. The same thing here, we took the decimal, which is 0.12 from what they gave us, took the remainder, 9, which they gave us, over the divisor, right? Just like we did here. So at this point, all we have to do, and the question is asking us to solve for y, all we have to do now is more basic stuff. Make this over 1, and then just cross multiply these values. When we do that, we are going to end up with y times 0.12 equal to 9. And so y is 9 over 0.12, which in math, you pretty much don't want to deal with the decimals. So if I move this decimal out, I would have to add 2 zeros here. So that ends up being 900 over 12, which when you divide that is 75, which is y. And that's the answer. Y is 75. But it all goes back to truly understanding from a more basic example, 5 over 2, the remainder you get, which is 1, over the divisor is the decimal. So you can use the same idea here by taking their decimal and saying that must have come from 9 over the divisor y. And that's essentially what we used here, and be able to get our answer 75. Thank you.